How's it? Welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play Survival series. As you can see, I've got some shulker boxes out, so you know I mean business. So hope everybody's doing okay, that the lockdown's not getting to you too much. I know it's dragging on a bit for me. I miss my kids very much. This episode, boys, dedicated to you. I love you. Anyway, let's have a look and see what's in the boxes. So we are going to be making a bee farm, and these are all full of honey, empty bottles. We're going to hopefully get them filled with honey. So I've been watching a few videos on YouTube to see how to get them done, and I found a few really good ones, and we're going to combine them. But first we are going to look at something new. But on the way we've got a visitor. Anything interesting? I've got pufferfish. I'm good. First, let's have a look at this cool place. Remember there was the chest monster over here, all the stuff I needed to store. Well, this is what I've put together. Now I like it from the outside, but the inside, a lot more work to do. And doesn't have a roof. Oh, I was wondering where I left you. Okay, so we've got this sliding door over here. And it runs on these tracks. Well, obviously it doesn't really slide. It would be cool if it did, don't you think? And there's dirt over there. I'm going to put some flowers and grass and have a bit of a, when I work on the roof. And you might think that this is a bit low, this bit here, but I like it. When you run in, it almost feels as if you're making it just in time as it's closing, and you almost have to duck to get in. You don't actually have to duck, but so on the inside here, we'll do something else to make it look like this slides up and down. And whilst good and functional, this is so boring. I don't know what to do. I've got space for redstone at the back here. And, just really thinking of some ideas. Let's have a quick nap though. So at certain points, it's going to be very cool to have an automatic sorting system. But not for everything, I'm never going to need 5 chests of cobblestone, But I might need 5 chests of stone. I mean, I've got so much. But I was thinking maybe a combination of a few things, Have some go directly into shulker boxes, and we'll have a pipe from the kelp smeltery array over there, that once I've crafted the kelp blocks over there, I can just chuck them into a hopper or something, and then they'll end up in these chests, because man, this is all excess. I suppose it would be nice if we were on a server, we could sell those. And maybe, other things from the smeltery over there we can have coming in here in an automatic section, just a small one over here. Then, paper, all of these are full, man. So we have to get cracking with the library at some point and get trading. So we'll need maybe even like 15 boxes for these, because that paper farm's crazy. And all the rest, maybe we can have shelves on the wall for the stone, and maybe a pit for the sand and the gravel, So that's the plans for this place. But I'm so pleased with the outside. Okay, now don't hate me, okay, but I've had to delete some of the columns. I'm trying not to show you the Mason's building just yet, but because I'm kind of squinting on the side of my eye. I wanted this pathway over here, and I kept on bumping into the columns that were here. So I know it was nice, but we've got this section over here, and then we've got that section over there, and this one, just because of these mystery blocks that disappeared, I wanted it to look like there was some sort of accident. And trust me, from there, so you can see it's smoking a little bit. From up to the top of the Mason's building, it looks really cool. So let's do a little pirouette here, and we can have a nice slow reveal, and you can see how it looks from here. You ready? Dun, 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 dun. So it's got 2 more floors. And let's go. Actually, I want you to see it first from a little bit of a distance, because then you'll know why we need a honey farm. So we'll do nice another slow turn and reveal. Get that. So this is what I wanted to do on the top. You see this dome over here? I want it to look like a sun, or a brass dome or something. So I'm going to cover the outside here with a mixture of, actually let's get up there. I'll show you what's in the chests over here. So with a mixture of glowstone and yellow stained glass, I'm going to make a layer around here, and then on the outside edge over there, it's all going to be honey blocks. The whole dome is going to be honey blocks that you can sort of see through. So if we fly away from this and look behind me, you can see how cool it's going to look when it's got a bigger dome at the top. Okay, so that's the design for that. So the honey farm that we do have over there is going okay. We're going to go there in a second to pick up some hives to go and go to the end actually to build it, because apparently it's the best place to build them. But anyway, so this is the top garden. I've got some hidden lighting on all the corners, hence the carpets, and I thought I'd blend it in a little bit. I didn't want to plant any grass. I wanted this to look manicured. You know, we might even put a few custom trees here and there, and maybe some flowers in the corners. But it looks so much better, don't you think, with 4 floors, better than 2. So, should we start from the top or the bottom? Let's go from the bottom. Oh, and this is now the the Deionizr 9001. I've made a few improvements, but it's still not 100%. I'll work on it. So the bottom floor you've seen before, okay. And this is what I've done with the stairwell. We've got this the double helix thing, but over here I've made. I didn't know, you know, when we moved these masons in here, I was thinking, oh, where are we going to put the bedrooms? And it was just too much space, and I didn't really know what I was doing really. So I was just winging it. But then I thought, what if we use all the space on all the floors here on the terracotta to put little curios? You know, we'll put armor stands here and there, little displays and things, some furniture, some library bookshelves, little something, I don't know. But then the masons can live in the central bit, and each of them can have a room like this. This is 1 bedroom, and there's 5 of these in this tower. Don't you think it looks rad? So down there is still the water drop. I don't know if we're going to do anything with that now, but man, I just love this. I want to live here. So we can get some curtains maybe, and we just personalize each one when they move in. They're still living in that little dirt hut there, but yeah, this is going to look amazing. So let's go up to the next floor. Another one you've seen, the orange floor, and it's got another room exactly the same. So not very private, you can see into the next unit, but it's cool. Let's go to the next one. This is a new floor. See, I don't know about the stairwell. I like it, don't like it. These torches have got to go, obviously. But we have to mob proof the place, so we can either carpet every other stair. I don't know, that'll look a bit weird. Or we've got to figure some sort of lighting options. Let's have a look at the yellow one. We don't have to go into that room, it looks exactly the same as the others, but this is what the yellow one looks like. I think it's nice. And the views are spectacular from each window. And let's go up 1 more floor to the grey room. Okay, and also another room in here. The room at the top, ooh, it's a bit special. The penthouse. Okay, from the bottom everything's the same, but the centerpiece and the roof, ta-da! Doesn't that look amazing? These are just glass panes, and there's some glowstone up there at the top, and some gold. And this is where the top dog is going to live. This is his room. And then they all have access to the outside garden. Okay, so that's all the updates for today, for now, that I can think of anyway. So what we got to do is grab these over here. I think all the bees seem to be inside. Actually, I'll wait till nightfall, grab all the ones that have got honey in, because then I know we've got some bees, and then we're going to go to the end to set something up, because we need a whole lot of honey. Oh, hello bees. I just remembered one thing that I wanted to check as well. Let's go and have a look. Remember that iron golem we put down there to sort out all the slimes? I haven't checked on him since we put him there, so I want to see how lucky we've been, or if he's still even alive. Is he there? Oh, he's there. Oh, looking a bit rough. Looks like someone's got to you. Before we check, let's give him a... Let's cure him up a little bit. Oh, he only needed one bit of medicine. Awesome. Let's have a look. Yo! I was not expecting that. Dude, you're a legend. Nice one. Well, that was certainly unexpected. See, I was in the end earlier practicing making this honey farm, and yesterday I did a little bit there just to see how the concept would work, and there was no problem whatsoever. Now, if I take a beehive or a bee's nest into the end, the bees just won't come out, not for love nor money. So until I figure out, maybe that was an update Mojang brought in or something, I don't know. But we're going to have to build the farm right here instead. And I think I found quite a nice spot. See, up there on that hill? Right, whoops, right about here. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, so what I'm going to do is build a first module. So the plan is to build one from an Il Mango design that I saw on YouTube. And really, really excellent design. It tells you exactly why each block needs to be there. So it's very simple to follow. And I learned a whole lot of new things about redstone, and I'll share them with you now. Okay, so let's just build one module, and then I'm going to expand it to have a row of 9. And in the beginning, it's going to, all the bees are going to be, stuck in a bit of a confined space, and that's not the ideal. So rest assured, it's only temporary while we get enough honey blocks for our lovely dome over there. Okay, so I'm going to clear out some space over here and get ready. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so that's most of the first module built up. That log block over there represents the beehive or the bee nest, but we won't put it in there now. Don't know where those bees will get to. So I'll put a link to your Mango's video in the description. You won't exactly see this there, but it's more or less the same idea. Okay, so what I learned today was that if a bee nest or beehive is full of honey, it gives an output signal of 5. That if you put a comparator over here, when that thing is full, that's when you want this is a dispenser over here, by the way, and it's full of glass bottles. And when this receives a pulse of power, it'll dispense one of these empty bottles into the beehive and come out of the hopper over here and into the chest, which is what we want. Okay, so to get it to be only active when it counts to 5, we use this little setup over here. Okay, let's grab some redstone. Okay, so we've got to count 5 dots of redstone. That's how we know, and it's got to reach there. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then when the signal will slowly get stronger and stronger, and this is how it jumps from this place to over here to get it into the same module. So we're going to do another 8 of these, so there's 9 in total, and we'll see it in action. Okay, so a little bit later on I'm going to encase the whole thing in glass. There's only going to be this little space that the bees are able to go in, but like I said in the previous clip, I'll make that quite a bit bigger eventually, so they've got a bit more space to roam. It's not nice to see an animal in a cage. So let me get to it, and as always, I'll be right back. Okay, that's what it looks like with all 9 of them in a row. I've got some coarse dirt over there for a little bit of a change, and some nice iconic oxeye daisies as the flower, and now we just got to encase it in glass and it should be good. Now Ilmengo's design uses these hoppers here obviously to restock these. I've left them in only because it's quite convenient to be able to breed the bees through there, but the baby bees actually do fit through the gap. Now Ilmengo says they don't, but in my experience they do. Especially if you're holding a flower, they will find a way to squeeze through there. And because we're going to be expanding it a little bit anyway, I was thinking, how about we do it to here, go out one more, and then make a nice cube. Then we can walk in and out, up and down, and whilst in here, you see we've got to breed the bees a little bit to make their numbers increase. So I'm not exactly sure how many are in the beehives that we have. So let me get to that. I'll put in all the glass blocks, and I don't want to say it, but I will. I'll be right back. I can see my dome from here. Man, it's going to look awesome. So I've got it all in glass now, and made myself a little Wendy house. I think this is going to work. Okay, so here comes the, whoops, make sure I'm inside. Here comes the magic. Now I'm expecting a lot of bees to come out, but I'm not really sure. So let's hope there's at least 3 in each one. Oop, there's 3 in that one. None in that one. None in that one. Oops. Nope. Well, there we go, there's another one. We need only at least 2, because of course we can breed them, but hey, that one had 3, awesome. One more. Okay, and last one. No, I didn't have any. Okay, so I've got some sunflowers. Let's breed a few up. Come on in. Oh, they've all gone in. Nobody wants to breed. Yay! Is that a new baby? Yay! Cool. Okay, so I'm going to breed a few more of these guys up and get this thing nice and full. And let's see how it works. I wonder if we've got any honey yet, actually. If it's possible. Yay! We do! Well, there you go. It's our first one. I'll drink to that if I could. Oh, I did. Yum, yum. Right, now it's just fallen. We've got to be quick. I just wanted to quickly show you what happens. So all of these bees, I think I've bred too many. And this is the night shift. Have a look at their butts. They've all got pollen on them. And watch what happens when you sleep. Okay, so they can't go in. But now, when you wake up in the morning, listen. And now all the ones with pollen on their butts go in. All the night shift guys go in, and the other ones come out. So it does. It's really cool. It works amazingly. Look at all those bees, man. I'd count that as a success. So let's have a look inside. I've got this double airlock thing going because when you want to go in and out and do maintenance, sometimes the bees get in and you don't want them to escape. So this just ensures that. And so I've just been going up and down breeding them, and I've left it overnight. And because we've got weather cycles and day-night cycles and all that kind of thing, you know, that affects how the bees, you know, do the pollination and make the honey and all that kind of thing. Which is why I wanted to build it in the end in the first place. But you know what? I'm glad it's here now. This place looks really cool. So that's overnight. Exactly what I need, I think, to finish the tower, the dome over there. Not exactly huge numbers. I mean, I thought maybe I put this extra chest in here because I was a bit over optimistic with what I had. But you know, we don't want to be like with the paper farm. We've got too much. I don't know what to do with, and I think this might be okay. I might bring some nests in there when the night shift is back on, just to give them all homes, and then we've got bees in storage as well, and then just leave all of these full. And now that we've got all the honey that we need, even though I spent all this time decorating the place, let's have a look from down here. Just a nice little staircase up. I'll probably expand it so that these bees have got a lot more place, but still are contained. But I think in the next update, the bees' behavior is going to be a little bit better, because at the moment, if you let them go, they just go all over the place and hover up in the air, and it's pretty bizarre. But all in all, it's a nice place to sit and relax. So I'm going to go and collect all that honey, refill the bottles, and get cracking on the dome. Okay, there's the second layer with all the yellow stained glass and glowstone. I know it's not a massive improvement, but wait until you see what it's going to look like with the honey blocks on. It's going to be cool. Okay, look just above my head. You can see it pop into view there. How cool does that look? A little bit from here. I'm really proud of myself on this one, but mainly because I managed to get through this whole episode without making any stupid puns about bees. I guess you could say I managed to beehive myself. So here's how it looks close up. Let's go take a face plant in the honey. Plap. It was quite tricky to build this actually, because you can't jump. So I had to build it from the top down. That was fun. And then there's these just quartz slabs over here. It makes a really nice ceiling. From here, look, all the way down the stairs. You can see it. Okay, there we have it, everyone. Thanks very much. At the end, I'll just do a couple of flybys so you can see how it looks at night as the sun's setting now. But for now, before the light does fade completely, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.